Hey guys, today we're looking at the KUDRONE Mini 4K drone. I'll go over the three main concerns when buying a drone like this, which are how well it flies, how well it records, and what it comes with in the box. I'll also share some of my own thoughts on this product, and keep in mind that I did pay for my KUDRONE, so price was a factor in forming my opinions. I spent a good bit of time researching and preparing for this video, so if at any point you enjoyed it or learned something new, I'd really appreciate a like or comment. If you want to skip past the unboxing, feel free to skip to 1 minute and 43 seconds, but with that, let's get on with the video. We'll figure it out. I just got the KUDRONE. I didn't get the charging dock kit that you can get with it. So it's packaged here. Just a nice little carrying case. It's pretty sweet. Alright, and inside the case we have the KUDRONE, hopefully. Watch your battery. Warning for the battery, watch that. Make sure you're very quick with this, otherwise it's not going to work out for you. It comes in this weird Velcro on there. Okay, so you get a charging cord here, some kind of tool. Here's the charger, an adapter. Oh nice, you get 2 batteries with it. So these are spare props.
That's more like it.
Alright, so 98 feet is what the manual claims the KUDRONE is capable of reaching, which equals about 30 meters. I wanted to see if I could get it up that high, so once I got comfortable with the controls, I took it to the park and tried flying it above the treetops. I held up on the altitude joystick, but once it reached about 30 feet high, it stopped rising and the wind just took it into a nearby tree. After I retrieved it, I took it to more open areas and it would still max out at about 30 or 35 feet, but I was still impressed with the shots I was able to get. For a drone its size, I'm pretty happy with the way it flies, but I have experienced a few issues with it. When I was first testing it outdoors, the drone malfunctioned when I held down on the altitude joystick and just cut the motors completely at about 20 feet. It survived the fall with just a bent prop and a few scratches, but it's still a major issue, and decreasing the altitude is definitely the most common issue I've had with it so far. So, if you're flying at high altitudes, I recommend using the land feature rather than your joysticks to prevent any mishaps until a firmware update can fix this issue. Here I'm testing the 1080 and 4K resolutions on the KUDRONE. At 1080, the KUDRONE produces a fairly decent picture at 30 frames per second, and it's pretty versatile in its applications. The 4K resolution records at a slower frame rate, which produces a pretty shaky picture in my opinion, but if fast forwarded for some longer pans or for some time-lapse videos, it could be a good tool. It doesn't have any mechanical stabilization, so all stabilization needs to be done post-production, and I'm pretty happy with the results. I'm sure you can get some really nice lapses and pans on a calm day. I was curious about the GPS autofollow capability that KUDRONE boasts, but each time I tried to activate the feature, the app would just crash. GPS autofollow on, and app crashed. I'm not sure if this will be fixed in a future app or firmware update, or if it's simply because I used an iPhone 5 to control my KUDRONE, but it's not something that I would use a lot, so I'm not really too worried about it. Overall, I'd say I'm pretty happy with the KUDRONE and it was worth the price and the 6-month wait. I wasn't super happy with it at first because it wasn't exactly what I thought it would be, but after screwing around with it and having fun learning to fly it, it's really grown on me and I've had a lot of fun with this thing. From a filmmaking standpoint, if you're on a low budget and want to get some aerial pans, sure you could get the KUDRONE and get some okay shots after some finicking, but I would recommend saving a couple $100 more for a DJI Spark or something a little better. For a general purpose drone, it's pretty good for getting selfies with large groups or just some basic aerial photography, and you'll have a lot of fun with it. I also thought the Lego mounts at the base of the KUDRONE were a fun little feature they added, and although my KUDRONE would only travel about 1/3 of the height as the company claimed it would go, it was still high enough in the air to get some pretty nice aerial shots, and it handled pretty well. Though it would have been nice to get the performance I thought I paid for, I will keep in mind that it's a startup company and some errors are to be expected, so in that sense, I'm not really too upset about it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if there's anything I didn't cover that you might have any questions about, feel free to hit me in the comments section below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.